Hello, guys. Happy Thursday. It is October the 8th, 2020, and it's Miss Blaine jumping on to go through Thursday's lesson with you. I don't know what happened with our video yesterday, so we're going to hope this video turns out a little bit better. It wasn't turning the pages. They were turning for me, but you guys couldn't see them. Remember our virtual rules. Remember that how they apply to you when we're watching from home. Remember that listening and finding a space that you can act like you're at school are the two biggest ones we have. Ms. Vester has us working on expressing our feelings this week in week 8 for our social and emotional lesson. And we started off the week meeting the Zacks, and we talked about sometimes it's just better to walk away. And then we turned around and we decided to talk about having those mixed emotions, that sometimes it feels good, but then it doesn't. We also talked about empathy, being able to understand how someone else feels and feeling their pain, even if we really don't feel their pain. So, we talked about having those emotions more than one at the same time, how something can make us happy and a little bit disappointed all together. So today, we're going to talk about being positive, having self talks, and how we got to think about the things we say about ourselves. So, for instance, Miss Vester has given us this really cool dinosaur chart of things that we shouldn't say. Negative means we don't need to say that to ourselves. I give up. I don't know how. I'm afraid of making mistakes and I can't do it. Oh my goodness. That one in purple we hear all the time at school. And the teachers always say, oh, yes, you can. You just got to keep trying. So instead of just leaving it there, she gave us some alternatives. She gave us some things we can say instead of those things. I'll try a different way. I can learn how. Mistakes are how I learn and how I get better. And I'm still learning and I'll keep trying. Miss Bland wants you to use those positive self talks way more than you use the negative ones. I don't want to hear a lot of can'ts because actually I know you can. So, our words of affirmation for this week is it's okay to make mistakes, and today's going to be an awesome day. Ms. Bland is a perfect example of making a mistake. Ms. Bland made your video and I posted it and I didn't look at it. So then, when all the problems were with it, I didn't know they were there. So, that was my mistake. So, big people make mistakes just like kids. This week you had 12 new spelling words and 8 new review vocabulary words. In Seesaw, you have a Kahoot that has an activity that deals with your vocabulary words and multi meaning words. So you'll get a little bit of review practice on your vocabulary for this week. There is not a fluency passage in your packet this week, but there is one in Seesaw. I know there's about 7 of you that have already done your reading and it sounded great. 2 of you turned it in, but there was nothing there. So you might want to go back and look at that. So if you're one of the people that turned it in and Ms. Bland sent it back, then go back and look in your Seesaw assignments. You should see that I returned it. Our letterland words for this week, we had 12 of them. You are to be able to spell those words by Friday. So today, Miss Bland has a word search for you and a fill in the blank. So there's 2 slides. So don't just do the fill in the blank and turn it in. The fill in the blank is the first slide. The second slide, you're putting the correct word on the line. So be careful. Do both slides. Together with the boys and girls in our group, we're going to make spelling sentences. So Ms. Bland needs for you at home to do the same. We are only going to pick 3 words. So you pick 3 words and you're going to write your sentence. We're going to share our sentences out loud. You share your sentences with someone in your house or someone that you talk to on the phone. Sentences go inside your notebook. You only need 3. Underline, highlight, or box your spelling words so we'll know it's your word. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. It's reading time. Let's go over some of our reading skills for the week. First and foremost, we've been talking about expository text. We know that it's informational text that gives us a nonfiction type. We know that it gives us facts and information, and it contains text features like photographs and captions. There might be a map, there's a heading, sometimes there's bold print, glossaries, charts, or even diagrams where they explain things to us. That makes it expository. So we started off the week talking last week with expository text of the eagles and the eaglettes. This week, we have focused on baby bears, one of Miss Bland's favorite stories. So in Seesaw today, you have an activity with baby bears. Each page of your story, Ms. Bland has given you something to do inside of Seesaw with your story. Please make sure that you complete this activity. Baby Bear's test is tomorrow, so read carefully. Multiple meaning words was our skill for this week. We've talked about those words that mean more than one thing, but they're same spelling, same sound, different meaning. Yesterday you had leaves and fly. They're both two multi-meaning words. And then today you are going, whoa, sorry guys, my finger got going. Today you're going to do watch and add. Remember, we can wear a watch on our wrist or you can watch someone through your binoculars. Might make you a little nosy. And then we have add. Add means that I can add some more Kool-Aid to my cup or I can find the sum by adding the numbers. So those are the two for our notebook today. So what happens? The same thing as the other three. We will cut them out. We will count down 4 lines and glue down watch. We will go down to the bottom and glue down add and glue down add. And once we glue them down, we will draw a smiley face under the one we're going to use in our sentence, and we will use our sentence. Once your sentence is glued down, once your flaps are glued down, you may write your sentence. Then we're going to do a writing together. And our writing together is going to be about baby pigs. So Miss Bland chose a story, an epic about baby pigs, and we're going to do our writing together. So look at what it asks you. It says write an expository text about a baby animal and its parent. Be sure to use the linking words. So our topic sentence is just going to be like the one you did yesterday about the goats. So we want to start off telling about the baby pig. We want to talk about how it's like its parent, how it's different from its parent, and you're going to use your conclusion sentence. So in Seesaw, Ms. Bland has given you baby pigs. You are going to give me a topic sentence. I want to know what animal you're talking about, and I want to know what that baby animal is called. What animal you're talking about and what that animal is called. Make sure that's included. I'll give you reminders. So first line, what animal is your report about? We all know it's the pig. And on that second line, I want to know what is the baby called? Then I want you to tell me how the baby is like its parent, how it's different, and give me one cool fact you learned or something that you learned from the book on the line. So something that you learned about baby pigs that will go on the bottom line. So be sure that you visit baby pigs inside of Epic to complete this page of your packet. While you're in Epic, you're going to read about the lion cub. And the lion cubs are going to give you some key details. And for key details, you are going to be you are going to use your book to give me 6 key details that you learn about the lion cubs. Be sure you use that in Epic as well. If you have trouble finding the books, let Miss Bland know, but they should be right there. If they don't come up automatically, you can type in baby animals and I promise they'll come up from there. If you need a break or to stretch, you may do so here. It's math time. We are working on expanded form and place value this week, and we want to be better at place value than we have been before. So we want to be able to be like Perry, the place value robot. We want to be able to identify all of those place values that we see. We're actually going to make Perry. You guys that are staying with Miss Bland and not going to a new class, you're going to be working on Perry on your off week. So you're going to be making, that's going to be one of your projects, is going to be a place value robot. So I'm excited about the place value robot project that's coming up for some of you that will be on track A and B with Miss Bland. Maybe your new teacher will do a place value robot too. We'll have to see about that. So we're going to talk a little bit about expanded form. We know that when we write a number in expanded form, we stretch it out by adding the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. And we want to be able to see what that number is once we do it. So Place value, we have unit form, word form, expanded form, number bonds, and number form. So let's do two examples of what we see for each. So unit form is the same thing as picture form. So if my number is 72, then I need 72. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. In word form, I know that 72 is 72. In expanded form, I know that it is 70 plus 2. In number bonds, remember our number bonds are our circle. I'm going to have 72, and it's made up of 70 and 2. And of course, number form is 72. 138, we have 100, 10, 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. Quick counting. Then we have 138. And then we have 100 plus 30 plus 8. And for our number bond, we have 138 with 100 and 30 and 8. Please pause here to get all these notes copied down inside of your notebook. Great. Ms. Bland wants you to practice just the expanded form of a couple numbers. Let's do 456, 365, 247, 316, 412. Give those a shot and see what you come up with. Ms. Bland will do the first one just to get you started. Make sure you do them all. Take your time and make it neat. Only expanded form is needed. Pause here to complete. For each of your numbers for your independent practice today, you are going to write each number in expanded form, separating the values of each of the units. So 231, all Ms. Bland needs for you to do inside of that box is to show me that number in expanded form. 200, the 3, the value of it would be 30, and the value of the 1 would be 1. You will do the same for numbers 2 through 8. Pause here to complete or complete on your own. Now, this one is the same thought process, but it's a little different activity. They want you to write the number in number form. So they've given you the expanded form, or you're doing the exact opposite. But it's a little tricky because always remember, we have to put our number in the correct order. So if you look at this too quick, you might write 231. But in reality, the answer is 132. We always go hundreds, tens, ones. So take your time and watch the order of the numbers you're using so that you can get those done correctly. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. The last page of your math is the same. It's just another review of expanded form, and it talks about the number form. This time we're having to add some things up. For instance, this is 2 tens, so that would be 20. This is 2 ones, that would be 2. That is 3 hundreds. So the answer would be 322. But you're going to have to be careful and look at what you're adding so that you can be sure your answers are correct. Number form will go through letter F. And then for number 2, for A through E, you are doing expanded form. So you're going to write those numbers out in hundreds, tens, and ones. Be careful, take your time, and do your best. I can't wait to see the amazing work you can do. Science this week, we're talking about life cycles that will continue. So you had this passage that you were to read yesterday. I hope that you read it because today, inside of your notebook, I want you to do page 205 for me. I want you to give me the stage of the butterfly cycle, and I want you to tell me the name of the stage. So you will give me the circles, you will give me the number for what stage it is, you will tell me what the stage is, and you'll draw an arrow to the next one to tell me what happens there. So you will complete this. Go back and please use 205 to make sure you put them in the correct order. You could always be great if you tell me something that happens in that stage, but just putting them in the right order would be great too. Your choice, but do your best. Pause here to complete or complete on the end. You were also responsible yesterday for doing your 3 details from the story. I hope that is completed inside of your packet. And you were also responsible for reading the butterfly book on Epic and taking the quiz. I checked quizzes last night. There's a couple of you that still haven't taken it. Be sure you get that done. Be sure you get that done. Yesterday, we also had the optional activity of reading about the life cycle of a butterfly. Today, if you come to the afternoon session, we will be doing that together and working on a drawing of the butterfly life cycle. So if you would like to work on that, then that video, of course, is still available in Seesaw, and you can join us there to get that done. Guess what? That's all, but that's plenty for you to do. So make sure you get all of your work done in Seesaw and in your packet and inside your notebook so that you're ready to get all those things turned in. It's almost report card time. So I need your dedication to making sure that you are showing your best work. So it's your turn. Show me what you know. Get to work on all those things that Miss Bland needs you to do so that you can get them all turned in on time. I hope that you make sure that everything in Seesaw that you need to be done gets done today. I tried to date everything with today's date. If there's something that doesn't have a date, but you heard me talk about it in the video, it does indeed need to be completed, parents. So I'm sorry if it didn't get a date, but it does need to be done. So you may submit any assignment in Seesaw by 3 p.m. You can dojo Ms. Bland that you worked hard today, or you can send me a picture of your amazing work. That's how I know that you are finished for today and I can mark you present. You don't have to be finished, but I just need to know that you attempted your work. That's what we do in place of you coming to Zoom. That's just for attendance purposes. Work has to be finished, but it doesn't have to be finished right now in order for me to mark your attendance. Be sure you visit the Bailey Specials website to see what Ms. Reason, Mr. D, and Ms. Ellington have going on for you over there as well. And of course, you're such smart cookies, and I love being your teacher. I'm excited about the time we spent together. I'm super sad for some of my friends that I'm going to miss in the next couple of weeks. So we got to make the best of our last 2 weeks together. So please, please, please let me know if you need anything so Ms. Blank can do her best to try and help you. Make sure that if you have questions, you let mom and dad send those questions to me. Have a great night and let Ms. Bland know if she can help you. Air hugs and kisses and all my good wishes. Be safe. Be well.